Yo, what's going on, guys? How are ya? We made it through a day, Tuesday, Wednesday. The 002's firing up. I apologize, I'm a little bit late this evening. I got hung up binge watching my new favorite show here, Better Call Marge. It's season 1 on Netflix if you want to check it out. Hop yourself over there. So, not a bad day. We finished up, 4% or whatever, a little over 4%. Maybe some of them FTDs pay back later. We were shorted today, as we know, just like the day before. I want to talk a little bit again about the 002. I know a lot of people, don't get your hopes up for anything. But here's my thinking on this, and by no means am I going to say anything's going to change tomorrow. Knowing our luck and knowing the stock market and hedge funds and who knows what else. But my thinking on this is if Gary Gensler is a couple months in now. He is the one that's brought on most of this and cracking down his comments. I've seen these other comments. We'll talk about that in a minute about Citadel. All of this over leverage madness, the repo market money, everything, the crashes. You got Biden calling a meeting in with everybody the other day. And that's another thing, too. I didn't hear anything about that. Did you guys hear anything about that when they met? I think it was on Monday. Anyway, if you find something, let me know, because I looked a little bit earlier. I couldn't find anything. I'm sure we're not going to hear much on it. But my whole thinking is on this 002, this is in for a reason. And I trust in Gary Gensler. He has not gave us anything to distrust him so far, I wouldn't think. But these guys are in deep, deep doo-doo. As we seen yesterday, I touched on it about the hedge fund going down over GameStop in January. But still, something has to happen. This cannot continue to build up. And I know, of course, I'm biased, but I just think this rule is the one we've been waiting for. And we know from all of our due diligence and everything, these guys are way, way, way over leveraged. GameStop, GME, all the other zillion other shorted stocks, right? So tomorrow's going to be interesting. Could something happen? Sure it could. Will it happen? Who the hell knows? But I'm really curious to see how this plays out and if it is enforced. Remember, the 002 is there. Now they have to enforce it. They didn't create the rule for nothing. Gary Gensler's been putting his foot down. So I think, who knows? I don't know, you guys, but it's just mind-boggling how these guys are in such deep doo-doo. We can see it. We're just millions of us as shareholders of just in AMC. That's not even counting GameStop and BlackBerry and Sundial, everything else that's out there. There's millions of us that have all gathered together. Everybody's done all this DD. If we see they're massively over leveraged, of course they do. So where I'm getting at with this, they got to step down and have this rule enforced, right? I found this article very interesting. First one I seen talking about the new rule change done today by old Timmy Fries over here on the Tokenist. But let's touch on just the bottom of this article, but it's just basically saying the 002, the new, going into effect tomorrow. Despite having ties to regular bodies, it seems that some market makers have become too much of a headache, right? On Wednesday, market makers, which are also DTC clearing members, will have to tighten up their short selling belts because their available capital will be contrasted more frequently with member deposits, their ability to maintain massive short positions slated to be crippled. Now, as you go down, it just talks a little bit more about all the other stuff. Now, this here is what I found very interesting here, because Citadel is named twice in here, okay? In other words, heavily shorted market makers like Citadel Securities would have to cover their short selling bets within a day, lest the risk defaulting and have their assets frozen as outlined by NSCC framework. If, after closing out and liquidating a defaulting member's positions, the NSCC were to suffer a loss that would first be satisfied by the amount of deposits to the clearing funds and eligible clearing fund securities pledged from the defaulting member, right? Of course, the NSCC also has the authority to close any position of a defaulting member. Rule number 2 stands out in particular as it invokes Citadel's impressive list of FINRA violations. The Tokenist covered Citadel Securities' extensive, both in terms of history of market manipulation and as actually conflicting ties to Robinhood brokerage, providing it with 43% of his Q1 2021 revenue. Payment to order flow, right? We touched on that a couple weeks ago. 43% of Robinhood's, geez Louise. Excuse me, guys. With the new rule about to go live, the ability of market makers like Citadel to exert such market force will be greatly reduced due to their legal liquidity reduction. Daily down payment collection will tie up their available capital. In turn, that translates to the reduction of open positions they can take. Give all their other exposed short positions. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I really hope it does clamp. Not for the sake of the squeeze, of course, but, you know, going forward, it's going to be such a monster deal for all of us retail folks, too. But if they don't clamp down on this thing, whether it's tomorrow, the next week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever it does take, I'll be very, very disappointed. I really, really will be. And it's not just for the sake of the squeeze. It's the sake for everything. Of course we want it to squeeze. We know that. Okay, that's enough of that. This here, too. Breaking: Wall Street executives dealing with SEC say they believe Chairman Gary Gensler will be demanding more disclosure on pricing, etc., involving payment to order flow. They say that he believes Citadel and Virtue Financial control too much of the biz and unfair info advantage. Old Chuck over there on the old Twitter mobile. This, you guys, here too. We touched on this too. This is the only article I could pull up. It was dated yesterday's date, but on Biden meeting up with everybody, Gensler and all the boys over there in the White House. I can't find anything. Let me know if you guys find anything. I'm kind of curious if we can get any sort of comment, but I haven't found a damn thing. I can usually find something, but I can't find. Zippo Squad douche. Let's touch on the Ortex. Here we know, short interest going up 1.21% today, is currently at 14.16 of free float. Let's touch on the old Stonko tracker real quick. 82,000 in the money. Dark pool's probably at 60%. I think I read it. Yeah. I mean, they don't need to update it. We know where it's at. Of course we do, right? And then here's your Ortex screen if you want to. Today's changes right here basically are stayed about the same as what it's reporting here this evening. Utilization has not gone up yet. I expect tomorrow that to probably go 96, 97 or so. A couple more things, and let's get the heck out of here, all right? Dark Pool Guy, here he is again, his nightly report over on Reddit. Shout out to Appropriate Elk again on the AMC page over there on the Reddits. Dark Pool Guy here, bringing that summer heat wave to the dark pool trading desk at MKM Partners. It's June 22, and AMC plunged deeper the DP liability holdings power rankings to steadily at number 1 again. 28.26 billion in liabilities, down 1.13 billion today. Share repurchase obligations rose by 30 million ducats to 30 million to 546.45 milli. Yeesha, oofda, yay. This here, first of all, I love the title. Shout out to Anna Slates over here. She put together this thing. This is just a few hours old, but a very good piece of DD, but I love the title in this. Peeing in the Dark Pool. What the heck is going on edition? This is great. Read through this, you guys. We don't have time to go through it, but in case you did not see it, very well done. It'll give you all the old bleepery on the Dark Pool, right? So let's see what happens tomorrow, gang. Obviously, right? By no means, like I said, I'm not saying it's going to squeeze tomorrow, do something, but I'd like to see this rule, get pushed, get forced, put into effect like it is, and actually used, right? Okay, guys, that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Go AMC, get some sleep, rest, all that stuff. Oh, I did check on Citadel. They weren't there as the time I did the video. They left probably about an hour ago, which was midnight. In case all you obsessed folks out there were not looking at them, they left about midnight their time. So there's your Citadel update. Okay, gang, get some rest. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.